Hey everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at how the Inno Gravity ski and snowboard carrier fits on the 2023 Chevrolet Tahoe. So the Inno Gravity is a great option if you want to carry around your skis and snowboards. Even if you have a larger vehicle, maybe you don't want to keep it inside the hatch. You don't want that snow getting inside, you'd rather keep it up on the roof. Now this is a good, I'd like to say better than entry-level carrier because you have your memory mount clamps as well as your locks. This is a smaller carrier though, so if you want a larger one, this is the 3 pairs of skis. You can double it and get the 6 pairs of skis options. Taking a look on the inside, you can see how we have these rubber cushions. So this not only cushions your skis and snowboards, but adds a little grip. That way, even if you have snow on them or maybe they're wet, they can still stay inside the carrier, which is also why this was designed to have a lip. And during the warmer seasons, these can also be repurposed as fishing rod holders if needed. Getting your skis and snowboards into this, it may be a little tricky if you're on the short side like me with a tall vehicle like the Tahoe, because you're probably going to have to just step on the running boards or into the ledge. But once you're up there, you just put your snowboards or your skis on there. The distance apart may affect how it will fit with the bindings. If you have thicker skis, good thing is that you have 2 different options for height. As long as you hear a click like that, you know it's secure. If you can, go down further for extra security. We have this button here. At first it looks like it might be tricky to use, but it sticks out, which means even if you have thick mittens or gloves, you just hit that and it pops straight up. And the way this is designed is that the carrier secures the clamp. So when the carrier's up, you can take out the memory mount clamps, you adjust your tension pretty much once, and then it's very easy to remove as well as to reinstall your carrier. Once you have your skis and snowboards up there, this comes down, secures that clamp, and then you only need to use 1 key to lock everything. Taking a look at some measurements, and the height this will sit above your vehicle will depend on what type of crossbars you have. So measuring from the top of our crossbars to right where our snowboard is, we have it about 4 3/4 inches. Now the height of the carrier is going to be at around 7 inches. So that's something to remember. If you have extra tall bindings, will you have enough clearance with your roof? Also, if you have bindings up top or if you just want to leave this on your vehicle, will you have issues with drive-throughs or your garage? So that's where height is important. So back to crossbar spread, very important. They recommend at least 29.5 inches apart. That's because of the clamps. So if we had our snowboard upside down, the bindings would actually hit the clamps and it would be a no fit. So you'd have to push your crossbars out to make it fit. So fortunately with a Tahoe, depending on what type of roof rack you have, you can move it further back or forward along the rails to make your equipment fit on there. So my personal thoughts on the Inno Gravity. It has its pros, it has its cons. If you're looking for something that's very easy to install, and if you get the 6 version, then you have a carrier on one side and you can access the carrier on the other side as well. With those memory mount clamps, it just makes things easier, and compared to something like the Yakima Fat Cat Evo, just needing to use 1 key for the whole thing is really easy. The downside is, compared to the Yakima Fat Cat Evo, this doesn't have as much space. So let's say your bindings are pretty big, you're gonna have to move this further apart for it to fit inside the carrier. Hopefully this video guided you through that process of seeing if it will fit with your skis and snowboards, because I think it's a great fit for the 2023 Chevrolet Tahoe.